How's it going, folks? East Philly here, and you're gonna get a new video today. So let's get it started. So first things first, I kind of figured out why I feel like I haven't really been making a lot of videos lately. I know before I said it was a mixture of laziness and the weather and not feeling into it, and mentally and physically with my leg, and those are all still factors. But then I started thinking about my daily routine. What was my daily routine like when I made a lot of videos versus now when I haven't been making a lot of videos? And it was all about location. Back when I was making videos, my leg was still hurting a bit. I wasn't able to do as much in terms of like physical activity with my leg. So I still had a lot of time for riding, still do all that. But most of my time editing was in my bedroom with my bigger computer sitting on my bed. Now when I get home, I'm kind of feeling a bit better. I go to the gym more. But I don't automatically just go and like sit in my bed and relax with my leg. I don't feel like I need as much like relaxation time, or what's the word I'm thinking of? As much downtime for it to heal. I still need a lot of time to heal, but I feel like I can do more than I previously could. And I still pretty much just go home and relax, so I'll do more like hobby stuff, like do some of my reloading, or go to the range to test the reloads, or just go to shoot. I'm able to get out a little bit more and go places and try different things. And I don't spend as much time in my room with my regular computer, but I do spend more time in my living room at the TV just kind of sitting around. So I started thinking about that and thought, well, if I'm not near my computer, which I got for editing and all, that's probably why I'm not actually doing as much editing. There's days I don't even turn my computer on anymore. But now, as you saw in one of my older videos, I have a laptop that's kind of pretty good. It has an i7 processor. I put an SSD in it. It doesn't have a graphics card to help with that, but I don't think GoPro Studio really uses graphics cards at all. So I was thinking, well, if I'm not spending as much time in my room, which means I'm not going on my computer as much, that's why I'm not making videos. I'm not sitting in my bed making videos. Well, maybe if I'm sitting at my living room looking at stuff on my laptop, why not just try to use my laptop to make videos? So that's what I did the last two videos I made, actually. I did them on my laptop. So I think that's going to help me start making videos a bit more, is using my laptop and kind of figuring out how that works out. I had to find my other wireless mouse because I don't like using the trackpad for all that type of stuff. But I feel like I'll be more inclined to make a video on my laptop than I am my actual PC rig right now. And that also means that I'm probably going to start making more videos, and I can make videos in different places a little bit better. Like I can edit a video at my girlfriend's house while I'm sitting around, or she's doing something and I'm just there to hang out. I can edit a video if I have the files with me. So I figured that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I hadn't actually been making videos, because I didn't feel like doing the actual editing and making part. So enough of those excuses. Here are some of the reasons I got the FZ07 and traded in the Honda CB300F. The main reason is versatility. There was two things I could do in my current condition and riding for the CB300F. I'm not at work yet, so I'm not really commuting. All my rides are for fun or for going to get stuff, and a lot of what I was doing at home wasn't really close by stuff. I'd be going to Delaware to the Cabela's to get some stuff so I didn't have to pay for shipping. Or I'd be going to a buddy's house and we'd be going somewhere. And the CB300F wasn't conducive to that. Or even group rides, just going out to meet people and ride. I couldn't really do that as well on the Honda because it just revved out too high. I'd be in, like right now I'm in 5th gear at 45. I definitely had to be in 6th gear on the Honda for that. And even now I can shift to 6 and be fine. But I can be going 60 miles an hour in 6th gear here and only really be at 4,500 RPM. Where the Honda I was close to 7,000 or more if the engine was overheating. So my options were to put a bigger front sprocket on it, which would hurt the commuting aspect of the bike, or I could get a new bike. So the bigger front sprocket wouldn't have been bad, but it wouldn't have been as fun for riding around the city, which was and is going to be, when I go back to work, 90% of my riding. So it wasn't like the CB was holding me back. It wasn't like I felt I needed more power or more torque or more speed. It honestly did everything I wanted to. It just didn't fare well for everything I wanted to do. And it got to a point where I was thinking, do I really want to put money into a bike that I don't plan on keeping in the long run, or I could keep it if it paid it off or whatever. So I figured I could either put money into the Honda, which is a 300. I would have wound up putting on a fender eliminator kit. I would have wound up putting on the sprocket, maybe like 1 or 2 teeth on the sprocket, just to get the highway a little less pain to the engine. I wasn't going to do too much, but I also couldn't do too much at the same time. It didn't have a lot of room for big changes. So I started thinking, like, if I got rid of the Honda, what would I get? And about 2 weeks before I bought the Honda, I was looking at the FZ07, and it was great. I got a lot of great reviews. It was 2015. The color was amazing. I really liked the real dark gray with the blue anodized frame and blue anodized wheels, and I really wanted it. And I went to the shop, and I said, I want that bike. I'm going to take it home. How much is it? That's fine. What's insurance going to be like? Called the insurance company, and they said $180 a month. And I said, that's more than I'm paying for the bike itself. Why would I have to pay almost twice as much for insurance as I'm paying for the bike? Well, but I said, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to pay $180 a month for insurance for my motorcycle. So I went to one of the insurance places near my house, and I sat down with them, and I said, here's the bikes I'm looking at. The FZ07, the CB500F, the KTM 390, and the CB300F. And I said, what are the insurances for each of these? And every single one was about $180 or more, except for the CB300F. So I was thinking about it. I went and looked at it again. I didn't really like the red. It was kind of small for me, but it was still comfortable. It wasn't really what I wanted. There wasn't a lot of room for availability, for adjustability. I could put a new exhaust on, I could put new tires on. And past that, you'd have to really find good deals for anything else. It wasn't as universal as some of the other bikes out there. But the insurance was, on average, $35 a month. So I said, you know what, I can't beat that. I'll just get that. I want to get on a bike. I want to start riding. Here we go. And I got the CB300F. So recently I was thinking, what would I get if I didn't have it? And the first thing I thought about was the FZ07 again. And it seemed like the newer FZ07s were even better than when I was looking at them before. And they were still great bikes for an awesome price. Usually about $1,000 to $1,400 to $1,500 less than competitors' bikes of the same type. So I said, you know what, I want that. And I went and looked, and I just typed in cheap motorcycle insurance on Google, and I found Dairyland, and they said, what was it, $70 a month for insurance. So that's more than I'm paying now, but you know what, I'll work with it, and I think that will be fine. I think I can afford $70 a month for insurance over the payments of the new bike. So I figured I'd go with the FZ07. And I was all ready to trade my Honda in and get it. They said, I was trading my Honda in, they said, look, we'll give you this much. I think it was like $2,100. And I said, they were gonna be $2,000. And I was gonna say, look, if you can give me $2,100, that'll pretty much pay it off. And I'll definitely buy the FZ07 from you. And I was just about to say that when he said, but. And I wasn't sure whether to take that as a good but or a bad but. He said, but if you take the gray and yellow instead of the silver and blue, we'll give you an extra $500 towards your trade-in because we have more of that in stock that we want to get rid of because it's an older year model. And it took me all of 3 seconds to say, well, that's a lot more money toward my trade-in. It pays off that old bike, plus gives me more toward this bike. I'm not vain enough to put color of a motorcycle over free money. So I did that, and I got the FZ07, and everything is cool now.